Hello there! I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Do you like my boat? Isn't it cute? It's my favorite boat ever.
You fucking crashed it. Nice job.
Yeah, I know.
Terrible driver.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started then. So, welcome! If you're a new member, just how I do in every guild meeting. Guild rules. Respect one another, no religion, politics, and spoilers. This does include mentioning names, linking things that you think are jokes and are funny in relation to any of these things. No. I will say no. An officer will tell you no. If you don't stop, we'll kick you. So don't do it. Okay. Brief info on our raid group. So we do raid on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 8 server to 11, and we do have 2 ongoing groups right now. It's red team and white team. No, this is not A squad and B squad. These are 2 separate groups that could white could beat us any day in progression. Yeah, we love each other, so don't fight amongst raid groups. Yeah, it's a good time. Cool. So we do roleplay as well, and I'll mention that later. So if you're a new member and you have not joined our Facebook group, that's the first thing that I would go ahead and do. Khaleesi just linked it in TeamSpeak for you guys. So yeah, that's kind of our social aspect of the guild outside of in-game. And you can post basically anything you want, from funny memes to stories about your life, whatever you do on Facebook. And if you're not comfortable using your personal Facebook, you can go ahead and make a fake dummy WoW Facebook. We're not asking you to, share your personal info if you don't want to. If you don't care, cool. Another thing, if you are not on the forums, that's also a very important place to be. Khaleesi just linked it on TeamSpeak for you. Our forums is mainly more of our business side of the guild, so if you're a raider and you have an absence, you have to post it on the forums. If you're ever curious about guild rules, guild ranks, anything that's like some sort of important document, it will be on the forums. What we're recruiting, what our progression is, our progression screenshots, our kill videos, all stuff like that. That all goes on the forum. Cool, so go ahead and open up your calendars. Oh my goodness, there's a billion events! Look at that, that is so full, just how I like it. So a habit that you kind of want to get into when you log in every day or whatever X amount of time you log into is to check the calendar. We always try to keep up every event that we have going on, including raids, up on the calendar. So red team and white team raids are by invite. So if that doesn't show up on your calendar, don't freak out or anything. It just means you're not in the raid group. Yeah. If you're in a Mythic Plus group, also Sanstra is adding those events on the calendar. Please make sure that you RSVP for those. If you do have, an issue, post it there. Don't post it on forums. That's just for raids, okay? The way that you let us know is you post on the calendar, and you can tell somebody in your team as far as Mythic Plus goes. So yeah, we'll talk about all these other events later. Okay. So here's the biggest thing we have right now. We are having a change in policy regarding TeamSpeak, Facebook, and the forums. So what does this mean? This means that your in-game name must match your name on all of these mediums. There's just way too much chaos going on right now between people like, I don't know, Zen is my in-game name, but I'm Potato on TeamSpeak, and I'm Mayonnaise on the forums, and obviously my RL name on Facebook. So it's a shit show. We're trying to normalize it a little bit. It's not fair to the officers to have to literally search for X amount of time to kind of figure out who the fuck you are, so to speak. So yeah, that's kind of why we're doing that. So especially on TeamSpeak, people kind of have a habit of changing the name because it's funny, it's a joke, you're trolling somebody, etc. If the officers can't figure out who you are from first glance on TeamSpeak, you are prone to get kicked from the server. Don't take it personally. You're just not following the change policy that we're doing. So if you'd like, you can put your name in parentheses, along with a funny name. So like say, I don't know, say I put potato as my TeamSpeak name, but then I have in parentheses at the end Centauri, that's fine. As long as your in-game name is part of it. If you are a player that has multiple in-game names, for example, Larceny, who happens to now play a character named Ember Flare, I would go ahead and probably put both, or put like Larceny and then /Ember. But there's not that many of you that are like that, so yeah. So for the website, you can change your username whenever you want. It's not like a locked thing, like, oh, well, son, I already have a username on the forums. No. So Khaleesi's going to go ahead and link where you can actually change that to match your in-game name. And if you change alts or whatever, oh, I have a new main, it's on you to switch that up. You know, switch your name, switch your TeamSpeak name, all that fun stuff. Post on Facebook. Hey, this isn't my main anymore. Can you change it? So as far as Facebook, if your name is not on the Who's Who list, along with your in-game name, we will probably start removing people from Facebook for it. Unfortunately, like I said, we can't really keep track of who's on Facebook and who's not. And that can really lend itself to problems if we have people that we have to kick for behavior and stuff like that. I don't want people trolling on the Facebook group because, they're hidden under their RL name, stuff like that. So that's the reason why we're doing that sort of stuff. Cool. And where's the Who's Who list? It's pinned under the Facebook group. I can probably give you a link later, but I don't have it right now. Okay, so another thing. Regarding guild invites. So I know there was a little bit of confusion about our invite policy, so I'm just going to go ahead and clarify for you guys. We are only semi-open for recruitment right now. So what does that mean? So invites are open with no application to the following people. So friends and role players, okay? Those are the only two that can be like, hey, this person needs a guild invite. Okay, I can do it. I'm a veteran or I'm an officer. Okay, cool. As far as friends go, by recommending a member to us, you are basically their sponsor. It'll be placed in your guild, in their guild note. So if they behave like inappropriately and get kicked for it, it may go back to you. So, that's just a heads up for you. Kind of know who you're bringing into the guild, please. So invites, okay, this is another type of invite that we're doing. Invites are open, but they need an application to be accepted before you invite this person to the following people. White Trial Raiders, Red Trial Raiders, and Mythic plus healers and tanks. So these people, if they're interested in joining the guild, that's great. What you do is you tell them, hey, you have to do an application. Link them to the website or tell them what the website is. They'll be like, okay, cool. They send in their application. The officers look it over, accept it. Then they go back to you, hey, can I get a guild invite? I got my app accepted. Okay, cool. So invites are closed, okay, to the following people. Random people. That includes, random people you run into, Nullifar, just random people who just ask for invites through whispers. People who refuse to apply if they're interested in the raid groups. We know these sort of people that are like, oh, well, I play this game for fun and I don't want to do an application like it's a job. Okay, cool. You're not the right fit. Bye. That's how it goes with those people. And a friend of a member, but the member doesn't basically sponsor the member. Okay, let me rephrase that. A friend of a member, but the member doesn't contact an officer about it. So if I want my friend to join the guild, I have to be like, hey, I'm Zenturi. This is my friend. They're going to whisper you for a guild invite. And then we're like, okay. And then they whisper them, and then they get the guild invite. If somebody whispers a veteran or an officer, and they're like, hey, I'm the friend of Zen. Can you invite me? I have to tell an officer, yes, they're my friend. Why are we picky about this? Because we've already had issues with people saying that they were friends of people coming into the guild and trolling, okay? You know who you are if you were involved with that, but yeah. Cool. So as far as raids go, So White Raid info. Okay. So we are looking for a dedicated DPS for White Team, whether it be melee DPS or ranged DPS. And we are full on healers now, healers and tanks. So if you are interested or know somebody who's interested, within the guild, there is a Google Doc form that we have people sign. And Khaleesi just linked it in TeamSpeak for you. So just so you guys know, you guys do have the same attendance policies as Red Team goes. All of our requirements are the same amongst the groups. The only difference really is the people. So if you're going to be late or absent, you have to post on the forums about it, whether you are a white or red team raider. So if you do not get an excused absence from us, if you have to miss, your race spot can be in jeopardy. So, and Khaleesi's linking some more stuff for rules and attendance policy, if you're ever curious about that. And this is all on the forums for you guys. If you're like, oh my god, I can't keep up with the links. That's what the forums is for. Cool, so as far as Red Team goes, we are opening our recruitment again in order to fill our core and our bench roster for Mythic and onwards. We did clear Heroic Xavius. Yay! 7 out of 7 Heroic, so now we're looking to build our Mythic roster and onwards. So ideally, we're looking for reliable rogue and hunter for our core, and a healer, any class, balanced druid, death knight for bench. And we're going to be going more into detail about that in our raider meeting after our meeting. So in the future, we are going to be having, and we are alternating between raid leaders. So it is a great family after all. This isn't just, red group friends and white group friends and we don't hang out sort of stuff. It's a good opportunity for those who also want to experience the raids but don't really want to commit to a raid group. This is the perfect event for you. So this is first come, first serve, and we don't have any reserves. So you see the event on the calendar, you sign up, you show up, you get a spot. Once we fill to 30, well, I'm sorry, we don't have a spot.
Zen, by the way, you were breaking up a little bit at the beginning there, so people didn't hear the beginning of what you said there.
Oh, what's up? Okay,
I think you were saying that there's nothing specific between red or white with the alt run.
She's talking about alt runs, I think.
That's what I'm saying, but there's no specific between red or white, it's first come, first serve.
Yeah. So it's first come, first serve as far as it goes. So you sign up on the calendar and you show up, and when we get to 30, we get to 30. So as far as PvP goes, I did mention this at the past meeting, but I'll mention it again. We're no longer going to really focus on anything PvP related. So that means we won't be having a PvP officer. We will still do casual PvP, but there is not going to be any sort of PvP-only recruitment. So, I mean, we will still on occasion have Drunk World PvP. That's a prior event we've had, and I mean, I do enjoy Battlegrounds on occasion. There's people that still enjoy PvP. It's just not going to be this whole, have an officer be a PvP guild sort of thing. If you guys have lived under a rock and don't know, we did decide on our guild mount a few weeks ago, maybe like 3 or 4 meetings ago, and it is the Ruby Panther. It's the one I'm wearing right now for writing. This is a Jewel Crafter mount. It costs anywhere between 20 and 30k in the auction house. It really varies. If you do need help getting them out, we do have some dedicated Jewel Crafters in the guild. Included are Tainted Mists and Khaleesi. And basically you can just send them the mats and, I mean, they'll make one for you.
Once they get the plans.
Okay, so as far as roleplay, we do have our roleplay events that changed a couple of weeks ago to Friday. And we do have an event in the works with another roleplay guild called the South Sea Cutthroats. And Tainted's going to talk about roleplay a little bit.
Hey, peoples. So we do have a roleplay event this Friday at 7 o'clock server. I will not be able to personally be attending as I have a friend's birthday to go to, but Siri will actually be leading the meeting. And this week, the event is a world PvP thing. So as Zen was saying before, I didn't want to interrupt her, but the roleplay group does actually do some PvP, particularly world PvP. If you're interested in Battlegrounds, that is not what we do. I tried. Not many people were interested. However, if you are thinking about joining the RP group, you do not have to have any history in roleplay. It's sort of a learn-as-you-go type of thing. With a certain basic rule, please do not insult another person's backstory. I haven't had any problems with that. It's just a rule I thought I'd put out there. But yeah, we have a story going forth. We're mercenaries. We are hired, particularly by the Horde, and we are paid. Not real gold, mind you, but fake. The story should be progressing even more soon, and it's a fun time so far. We have a relatively small group, around 4 to 6 people usually show up every week, and it will be amazing. People. If you're interested, please sign up on the calendar. We have it every week. Thank you.
Cool, thanks, Sainted. Now we have Sastra, who's going to talk about Mythic Plus stuff.
Hey guys, I think this week went pretty well. I didn't hear anything bad, so the groups went well. I know my group cleared +7 this week with the really tough affixes. In terms of what we're going to do going forward, we still need applications for more people. At this point, I think I've gone through all applications, so we're applying on the website. I can link that in a second here. Fill out an application if you're still interested in Mythic Plus Dungeons. Hang on a second. There you go. If at this point, if you're not in a group, I don't have your application, so go ahead and fill out another one. On top of that, I think when Karazhan comes out, at least for the first week, instead of doing Mythic Plus, I think the groups should do Karazhan, or at least that's what my group's going to do. So, highly encourage you guys to do that. Enjoy Karazhan. It should be a lot of fun. And yeah, good luck, guys.
Cool, thanks, buddy.
It's okay to
Alright,
add
Rusty.
something to that?
Sure, Tainted.
If you are assigned to a Mythic Plus group, please show up to your designated time. Some people, I won't mention names, just haven't been showing up. So it means that we either have to pug or cancel it altogether. And it inconveniences the rest of the group.
All good?
Thank you. Okay, so Rusty's going to be talking about the alt run. He's going to be our host, our first host.
Ooh, thank you. So yeah, there's not too much to go over, just a few things. Loot will be personal. Even though it is called an alt run, feel free to come on your names if you want. It doesn't matter. Just loot, again, be personal, so... Yeah, I'll be leading the first one. Plans are to do just normal for now. If we have time, we will go into heroics, but that's about it. It'll just be a good time, have fun, yada yada yada. Only thing is, when I say clear comms, still clear comms. That's all I ask. Smiley face.
AIDS.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, buddy. Okay, so we do have a few Halloween events that we have lined up for you guys, and we're going to have Larceny talk about his.
Okie dokie. So yeah, we're having a spoopy scavenger hunt on the Sunday before Halloween. It's a bit earlier because we have Mythic Plus groups that night. But basically the idea is going to be there's going to be a couple teams and they're all going to start out with like a really shitty gray item or something. And you're going to have to find random people and convince them to trade you a better item for that item. And whoever ends up with the best item at the end will win. Prizes are still to be determined, but I assure you they will be awesome.
And Tainted, go ahead and talk about your event.
On the Saturday before that, we have a Halloween transmog contest. It'll sort of be like a costume contest. So you find your best mog that has a Halloween theme or just a general costume theme. Make a little story for it about what it is. Last time we had a Ghoul Dave, Ghoul Dan's cousin. And there will be prizes. First prize is a Ruby Panther, and second and third prize will be gold prizes. Gold prizes, not prices.
Sign up, show up. It's gonna be spoopy. Go ahead, Tintin. Go ahead.
And I just realized I didn't put the time on. It'll be at 8 server PM. And yeah, that's it.
Cool, thanks. Go ahead and fix your roleplay one as well because it's at 12 a.m.
Damn it. Thank you.
Yep. Okay, cool. So as far as promotions go, if you want to get promoted, go ahead and check out forum posts that Khaleesi's about to link for you guys. As far as promotions for this week, we are going to be holding off on any sort of promotions. I do know there's a few of you lined up for them for the sake of brevity. Since we do have another meeting afterwards, we're just going to hold off until the next meeting. Sorry about that. Cool. Well, that's all I have for you guys as far as the business side of the meeting. We will not be having an after-meeting event. Unfortunately, like I said, we do have a Raider meeting after this. So yeah, thanks for listening, and go ahead and I guess leave the raid group if you are not a Red Raider.